The Red Sox beat the Yankees once again in the Rivalry Series. Why has it been so tough for the Yanks against the Sox this season? And what areas should they be worried about going forward? Hey everybody, it's Paulie. Welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Red Sox and Major League Baseball. So the Red Sox and Yankees got together at Fenway over the weekend. Sox took 2 of 3. They've dominated the rivalry this year. They've clinched the season series. They now lead at 10-2 with 6 games left. But I came away with 3 impressions over the weekend. Number 1, the Yanks have a big problem with CC Sabathia against the Red Sox. He's 0-4 this season. He has not pitched well at all against them. I mean, the guy is, 16-6 for the season and 0-4 against the one team that he absolutely has to beat. But if you know anything about CC, this really shouldn't surprise you. He has not had the best history against the Red Sox in his career, particularly in 2007 when he had a chance in Game 5 of the ALCS for Cleveland to pitch the Indians into the World Series, and he didn't get it done. He got beaten that game by Josh Beckett, and the Sox beat him up pretty good. They went on to win the 2007 World Series, and around Cleveland, CC and Fausto Carmona were 2 guys that were pointed at as being the reason why the Indians couldn't pull through. So I'm not all that surprised that the Sox have had success against CC, just that they've had it to such a great degree. They've really pounded him this year, and that's a big problem for the Yankees going forward, considering the fact that they really don't have a reliable number 2 starter behind CC that they can go to and say for sure that, yeah, this guy can get us a win if CC falters in, say, Game 1 of a playoff series. Which leads me to my next thing, the 2 aces versus 1 conundrum between the Sox and Yanks. The Sox have Josh Beckett and John Lester, who are basically co-number 1s. Yanks, as I mentioned, have CC, but really don't have anybody solid behind him. I mean, are you going to trust A.J. Burnett in a Game 2? You're going to trust a Rocky Phil Hughes in a Game 2? That's a big problem for the Yankees, and I think it's something that they really got to look at going forward if they plan on seeing the Sox again in the postseason. So that was a big thing for me this weekend. And number 3, the biggest thing I thought was confidence. The Yankees came into this series knowing that they were 1-8 against the Sox on the season. They really wanted to come into Fenway Park, win 2 out of 3 in the Red Sox building and say, hey, we got it back, we've got our mojo back, we can play with these guys and we can get it done. And they got off to a great start on Friday. I mean, it can't get any better than that. They got in a 2-0 hole against John Lester, and then they got out of it in the 6th inning and wound up taking the lead 3-2, and they ended up holding on with a good bullpen performance by their guys, and they won it 3-2. It looked like they were going to get off to a great start in the series. They had CC going on Saturday, and as I mentioned, things didn't really work out for him. He got bombed 10-4 on Saturday, and that kind of seemed to take a little bit of life out of the Yankees, I think. In the 3rd game of the series, they went out there, played well for, most of the game, but the Red Sox pulled it out in extra innings. So even though it was a closely contested series, except for the 2nd game, I think the Yankees are kind of down a little bit as they leave the series. And the Red Sox, I thought it was important to win 2 out of 3, with the Yankees pushing all their chips into the center of the table for this series and wanting to play well. For the Sox to win 2 out of 3, I thought that that was huge. But what do you guys think? What are your impressions of the Yankees coming out of this series? Are you confident that they can still perform at a high level, both for the rest of the season and against the Sox if these 2 teams end up meeting again? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.